A good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Watkins Glen International, right here in the beautiful state of New York. Today, we have the next level gaming community ARCA series, round number 4, coming at you for 50 hot laps around the Cup circuit here around Watkins Glen. I am Mike Taylor up here on the booth, and this is the iCast Racing Network powered by iRacing. I apologize for the late start here, but let's go ahead and get ready to take a look here at our starting lineup. Okay, thank you. It's going to be the wrong name on Twitch, but alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, the cars are now starting to get lined up and down on the speedway. So let's go ahead and get down there and take a look at our amazing field. And let's take here in just a moment. We'll take a look at our starting grid. And we're just waiting for the field to for everybody to come on down. As you guys see here, we have some beautiful looking cars out here on track getting ready to roll for 50 laps around Watkins Glen International. And away the drivers go. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and take a look at your starting lineup. We have Tyler Campbell starting on the front row in the pole position with Will Byers, who is an absolute dominant force here. Carter Smith in the number 78 with Albert Reinhardt on the outside. Jacob Walker will be on the inside of row number 3 with Dustin Harding on the outside of row 3. Inside row number 4, you have David Guilds, and he is joined by Trevor Kelly. In the inside of row number 5, you got Scott Milner and Kyle Davidson. Joe Usnikis is going to be back there in the inside of row number 6 with Richard Walls and joining him in row 6. And rounding out our field is going to be Freddie Donaway, the number 27 machine. And just to take a really quick look here, this is going to be the no boot 50 right here for the for this ARCA series here, as they come down the chute heading to the final couple corners here. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, 50 laps. Get ready, because we are about to have a lot of fun here. And here they come. Get ready to take off And we have green flag racing now here at Watkins Glen. Tyler Campbell getting a good start as they dive down into turn one for the very first time. A lot of action can happen back here as you see the 81 go super wide like a lot of these other drivers as they come up through the S's for the very first time. Tyler Campbell out front in that number 12 Cinnamon Toast Crunch machine, followed by Carter Smith as they dive down into the bus stop for the very first time. More action picking up here in the back as we take a look here at Joe Usnikis as they come around, as we have a couple cars now going off track here and coming back on. These drivers will have to be careful with that as this race progresses. Let's take a look now here at the number 81 in that beautifully painted up DuPont Chevrolet. Throwback to one of NASCAR greats, Jeff Gordon. So it's always beautiful to see that Rainbow Warrior paint scheme out on track no matter where we go. Oh, and we have Trevor Kelly's, who lost it, coming out of the final corner, and he will get it back now in back out on track here. Let's come back here and take a quick look, and there it goes. Let's take a look here and see what happened as he came out of the final corner. He just got a little bit loose in that transition area, and that's going to happen a lot as we catch back up here with Will Byers in that number 53 machine. He was very fast last week, and we will see what he can do today. He is currently sitting third. And let's take a moment here and let's ride on board with him as we ride around a lap here at Watkins Glen. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that was one lap around Watkins Glen International with the 53 of Will Byers in that culvert, as we have one spinning in front of him, and that will be, oh, David Gills goes around coming out of the final corner as well. Let's come back here and take a look and see what happened to Carter Smith. He's showing the 2, but he's actually the number 78. But he comes down, he just a little too fast coming through that section there. And then as you saw David in the number 51, we're going to take a look here and see what happened to him coming out of the final corner. He got up on that on the curbing right there, and it just sent him sideways. And he was able to back it down, no harm, no foul on that number 51 Monster Energy Zero Sugar. And it looks like Dustin Harding is having issues now in that number 81 DuPont Chevrolet. Let's go back, take a look, see what happened with him here coming through the carousel. It looks like, yeah, he just went on to the throttle a little too hard. Smoked it up, brought it back down, shifting back down gears as you have the field coming. Good heads up driving there by these drivers. As we catch up here with Albert Reinhardt in that number 25 Red Bull Toyota. He's whipping around this speedway, not running not too shabby. All the cars currently are a little spread out here with a Tyler Campbell in that number 12 Captain, or I'm sorry, not Captain Crunch, but Cinnamon Toast Crunch Ford Mustang as he comes out of the carousel. As we see battling back here with Trevor Kelly as he dives down on the inside of the 6 of Kyle Davidson to take over that spot. And now he has his eyes set on Freddie Donaway in that number 27 machine. Freddie Donaway, he started at the tail end of this field and he's worked his way up to the 8th spot. So that's not a bad start here for Mr. Donaway. As they come out of turn number 1 and start up through the S's here once again. And here comes Tyler Campbell, your race leader, coming into the final corner, letting that car slip and slide. And that's all right to do here on road courses, because if you can get that thing pointed in the right direction, a little sliding is not too bad. And he has opened up almost a full 8-second lead on second place. And this just right here just gives you just about their difference. Let me see. We continue to watch Will Byers here in that number 53, currently up in that 2nd spot, trying to close in that gap to Campbell, but Campbell just continues to pull away, making it a little bit difficult for him to catch up here. There it is. Let's see here. There we are. Alrighty. And let's do, just so you guys could see the difference between Tyler Campbell and Will Byers. I'm not sure why we're having the double there, but that one, that should not be showing there. But I won't leave that up for long, but that's right there. I just wanted to show you guys. The difference there between was kind of acting like as if I had 2 overlays happening there. I'm double checking all my stuff, but I don't see that second overlay. So I'm not going to use that as much so that it doesn't look all weird here. But yeah, so It looks like we had a couple people go around. Jacob Walker, he just went around a little bit ago. Let's take a look here and see what happens to him in that number 80 Nationwide Ford Chevrolet. He just got hot and heavy down into turn one, got it straight, hit the gears, and went on his way. Richard Walls, he went off track in that number 92 machine. Just went a little too wide. I think he's broke here. And so he did the right thing, just staying out of the way. Scott Milner, he also just went off track in that number 31 Army Chevrolet. So let's see what happened to him coming down here into the bus stop, down into the braking zone. Yeah, he just missed his braking zone, skipped through the bus stop here, and gave up that position to Joe. Good heads-up driving on Scott Milner's part there as well. Tyler Campbell out of Arlington, Texas. He has opened it up to just about a 10.25 second lead on everybody else in the field. So as long as he does everything right when they need to come down to do their pit stop, everything's going to be looking absolutely phenomenal. Looks like, let's see here. They're not close yet to have a decent battle here going on. As of right now, yeah, everybody's pretty much spread out for the time being. Oh, it looks like Dustin Harding. No, I think we've already looked at that. Let's come back here, take a look. Oh yeah, we have not seen this yet. Coming out of turn number one, got up on the curbing right there and locked it down. Oh, and hard contact for Joe Usnikas in the number 89 machine. Let's go back and right on board with Joe. Oh, give me 1 second. Let's go back here to. Oh no, that was not Joe Usnikas. Let's see who that was. That might have been David Gold. Yep, right here. So he's going to come down here into turn number 1. And he's going to see... Oh, nope, we're riding on board here with David Golds in the number 51. And let's jump back. Why are they being so mean to me at the moment? There we go, the number 50 machine. Yep, so he's gonna lose it right here. Ah, because I was looking at the wrong one. So now we want David Golds in that number 51. Let's take a look here as they come down here into turn number 1. As you see the spinning of the car in front of him, and he had nowhere to go. So that wasn't too hard of a contact and the against the wall then, what it seemed like. So he got very, very lucky there. As we jump back here to Tyler Campbell for just a moment. And it looks like pit stops have begun, and here comes Tyler Campbell now coming into the pits. As he comes in, and as you see the 31 of Scott Milner, he's left the pits now as well. Albert Reinhardt in the number 25, he's coming down pit road. Carter Smith is heading down pit road as well. Jacob Walker in that number 80 machine coming down to get possibly tires and fuel here as well. And as you heard, Trevor Kelly just had issues coming here into turn 1. Yep, just another moment of trying to get too fast as we catch back up here with Trevor Kelly. As you just saw, he pulled over to allow Carter Smith in that number 2 Miller Lite machine to get around him, as he will now come down pit road to get service on his machine. And we are still waiting on looks like 4 more drivers to come down pit road, as we have our next driver coming down, of Freddie Donaway and Dustin Harding. They're coming down, and now here comes David Guilds in the number 51. He's now coming down pit road, and it seems that the last person that is going to come down pit road is going to be the number 6 of Kyle Davidson. So he's going to make his way down pit road here momentarily, as he is now going through the carousel. Let me take a look here at Kyle Davidson from Cape May, New Jersey. And here he comes. Hopefully coming down pit road this time, which he is. And down to pace speed. Everybody now has come down pit road. And now that everything has cycled around, that will take us back. Stop it. To your race leader of Tyler Campbell in that Cinnamon Toast Crunch Ford Mustang, as he is now going to put the 31 of Scott Milner a lap down. And now he's got his eyes set on Trevor Kelly. I believe that is directly in front of him in that Taco Bell. Yep, there he goes in that Taco Bell Chevrolet as he actually spins out of turn number 1. Let's take a look here, see what happened as he came down. Heavy braking. And he just throttled up a little too hard. I think he did that to try to stay in front of your race leader, and it just got away from him. Then next up on the list, let's see where Mr. Campbell is at. Joe Usnickus, he is now the next one on the list to go one lap down to your race leader. Your race leader currently having a phenomenal race. So far, he has led all 18 laps. Oh, big off for Joe Usnickus as you see it live. Heavy braking down into turn 1, and that right there will allow your race leader of Tyler Campbell to get around him with ease. So next up on the chop block is going to be Jacob Walker here in the number 80. But looks like he may still have some time before he gets caught by your current race leader. Oh, looks like Usnickus had more issues. He missed. Well, looks like he's got like a tire down. Or he has some sort of like front end suspension damage. Let's come back here and take a look. See what happened coming down here into the bus stop. It's going to be a little choppy here, so I apologize. But he comes down. Oh, heavy braking once again into the bus stop. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And he's able just to whip it back around. No harm, no foul for Usnickus. As we come back to him, and he's drifting around the final corner. And now I think he's just having a lot of fun out here. Dustin Harding had some issues here now. Let's come back here and take a look, see what happened to the number 81 DuPont Chevrolet as he gets down into turn number 6, and he just looped it on these fresh tires. Oh, hard contact from David Guilds in that number 51 machine. Oh no, that wasn't David Guilds. That was somebody. Gotta find out who that was. Let's come back here and see who that is down in the pits. Was that Albert Reinhardt? Yes, it was. It was Albert Reinhardt in that number 25 machine with absolutely nowhere to go. So he did have to come down pit road to get that Red Bull machine fixed so he can get back out here on the track. And let's go ahead and catch back up here with your race leader. And next up, still on the chopping block, he still has quite a ways to go to catch up to Jacob Walker. And let's go ahead and jump back here to second place of Will Byers in that number 53 machine, as the 31 misses his brakes into the bus stop, and he'll go ahead and bring it down. And that would be Scott Milner and the number 31 machine. And let's come back, catch up with Carter Smith in that number 2 Miller Light machine, aka 78 that you see on the board. But he is rocking out that number 2 paint scheme. Scott Milner continuing to have issues. Let's come back here, take a look here once again. Alright, as we see Scott Milner down here in the garage. Scott Milner also had, oh yep, this is it right here. Yeah, it looks like he possibly had some issues here before. Let's go back and try to catch to see exactly what happened. Heading here into the bus stop. Yep, so this is where he missed it. And then he was getting ready to come back on, and he just gave a little too much gas, got sideways, and he finally pulled away here. And he came to another complete stop. I think that was because of a time penalty, and that just jumbled everybody up there. As we catch back up with your race leader, Tyler Campbell, getting ready to dive into the bus stop here once again. Got a little bit squirrely on that one, but he's still able to make it go straight here. As we are working lap 28. He has led 23 of the laps so far. And I believe it might have been Will Byers. No, oh, Will Byers goes off track there. Fighting there for some positions. Let's see who else has led a lap. Yeah, I didn't think anybody else has led a lap here today, but it's showing that he's led 24 of the 28 or 27 so far. Well, I'm not really sure why I'm having these blinky issues. Um, yeah, I've closed out of everything that I don't need open. Um, Very rare that I do have these type of blinking issues, and so I'm very curious on why I'm having them now. And it looks like we've had a couple cars have issues. We're going to start off here with Trevor Kelly in that number 36 machine. And it looks like he missed. Oh, and hard head-on impact into that wall. Tyler Campbell here. Uh, he hit the wall pretty hard there out of the final corner. And then Albert Reinhardt, I'm unsure what his issue was. Let's come back here to Trevor Kelly. Yeah, so this is the one that we just showed. Alright, Freddie Donaway now. Oh, heavy brake, totally missed his brake, or the person behind him missed his braking point. And I believe that was Joe Usnikis that missed his point, braking point heading down into the bus stop. And the front end just launched off the rear end of that machine. Albert Reinhardt, he had some issues here coming out of the final corner, I think. As he comes down to turn number 1. Playing with the throttle. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what my telemetry was trying to tell me there. But let's jump back up here as we do see Will Byers coming down for his second pit stop of the night. You saw there, Carter Smith goes way wide as our race leader is coming down pit road, and Dustin Harding once again has more issues as he dives down here into turn number 1. A little too much speed, and just that curbing will bite you if you're on the gas, and that's exactly what happened here once again to Dustin Harding. And Tyler Campbell still down on pit road. as he pulls away now. Seemed like that was a pretty flawless pit stop there, as we see Carter Smith and Jacob Walker now down on pit road here as well, as we are working lap. Oh, actually, we have just 21 laps to go, so a little bit more than halfway. Our competitors are coming down for their second pit stop. Joe Usnikas is having issues here on the racetrack once again. Heavy braking down into turn one. Hit up on the curbing, spin it sideways, and he will pull it off of the track for the time being. Kyle Davidson, he's having his first incident of the day in that number 6 Monster Energy Chevrolet. As he goes down into turn number 6, he just loops it around, holds it, and he is good to go. Oh, as he pulls out back on track. Hold on to it. As we now catch back up here with Kyle Davidson. David Harding once again having issues here coming out of turn 6 into the final. Hold on to it. As he just gets heavy on the braking once again, slides to the inside, holds it down, and no harm, no foul right there. But he will go ahead and make his way down pit road once again, as we await 2 drivers to come down pit road. Kyle Davidson, David Gilds still waiting for them to come on down pit road for their second pit stop of the day. But out front continues to be Tyler Campbell, as he starts making his way around the 25, and both drivers go off track. Albert Reinhardt not giving much leeway to Tyler Campbell to get him to keep himself from going a lap down here. Tyler Campbell has to be careful here so that he doesn't cause too much of an issue for your race leader, because if he does not let him by easily, there might be some words after the race, and he will now safely get around Will Byers, and Tyler Campbell will continue to march his way, trying to work his way around here. And here comes the 25, trying to stay on the lead lap. And he's not giving up that space so easily as they continue to run no longer. Okay, so they're not side by side anymore. But Albert Reinhardt doing everything he can. And Kyle Davidson has some issues. Let's come back here as he comes back into turn number 6. I missed the braking point, got a little squirrely there, and around she goes. All right, Kyle Davidson now is going to enter pit lane. And he is once again your final driver now to come down pit lane for the second time. These drivers still have one more pit stop left. And the ultimate question is, with 17 laps left, is when do they want to come down? Looks like Jacob Walker just had a big crash. Let's take a look here as he comes out of the final corner. Oh, he just lost it and hit heavy contact into the safer barrier, and he will hit the pit wall, and he will request a tow. And Dustin Harding just had an issue heading down into turn 6. Heavy braking, and just that little, you know, brake issue that a lot of these drivers are having. They get heavy into the brakes and their back ends just get a little bit twitchy on them, and then it just sends them all around. As we go ahead and catch back up here with Tyler Campbell coming up here through the S's. He is continuing to put out fast lap times of just about a second faster than everybody else. Will Byers in the number 53, he's been struggling ever since he put down a fast lap time. But as you see here, he's not that far off when he is able to run, good consistent laps. He has a chance to possibly keep up with Tyler Campbell, but he's just not been consistent enough to give off, the lap times that he needs. Albert Reinhardt in that number 25 machine. He's making his way back down pit road now. And his number 25 Red Bull Toyota. As he will come to a stop. And it looks like he will get service on his racing machine here once again, and it will just be gas, pretty much a gas and go for the 25 here, so that should be his final stop of the day. Jump back here to Will Byers just a little bit in that second spot. Will Byers, he's having a good day here, but he's just not having, the best day like he was last week. And Dustin Harding once again had another issue, this time through the bus stop once again in the final section. Just fell off of those curbings at the wrong angle and gave it too much gas, and that sent him around. Dustin Harding here once again. He tried to get going too fast and hard impact to that guardrail, and that will jump him to the pits. A lot of drivers having issues today here at Watkins Glen International Speedway, or Watkins Glen International. Your top three, Tyler Campbell, Will Byers, Carter Smith, those guys haven't had many issues so far today, but everybody else in the rest of the field may be having issues, as Will Byers in that number 53 machine, he will come down pit road to get service on his race machine for the final time with 13 laps to go. Trevor Kelly once again having issues in that number 36 Taco Bell. Heavy brake zone. Watch that car wiggle and loop it around. He just had a little too much momentum getting through that corner, and that's what caused him to loop it. As you see now, Will Byers now leaving pit road for what should be his final pit stop. Tyler Campbell absolutely putting on a show, as he is just about 1 minute ahead of the rest of the field. That means those two cars that you see possibly over in front of you are the guys that he's chasing, which he is. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, that's the difference. I'm going to jump it one more time. There's your third place, and coming out of the carousel just now is the number 12 of Tyler Campbell. Ladies and gentlemen, we are still I apologize, give me just a moment. Second place, Carter Smith here. He's turned his race around after having early issues with a spin, I believe it was. Maybe 2 spins, but he has done a phenomenal job here, you know, to rally back so far to a second place. But he will lose that second place when he does come down for the final pit stop to Will Byers, who is only just about 3 seconds back behind him coming through the S's now. And there is Will Byers in the number 53 Culver's Ford Mustang. If you guys not have had Culver's, definitely go get some. They have some amazing hamburgers. Some of the best hamburgers I have had at a fast food restaurant in a very, very long time. So definitely go and do that. And there's your 4th place runner, Albert Reinhardt, in that number 25 Red Bull machine. He had a couple issues today, losing his front end, and so he's kept at it. And here he comes, you know, rallying to a 4th place finish, as we have Carter Smith giving up that 2nd place to come down into the pits. And so out of your race leaders, Tyler Campbell now is the only one who will need to come down to take on the final pit stop. Tyler Campbell has been absolutely flawless today, hitting all of his marks, you know, not making many mistakes. The mistakes that he has made has all been trying to get around other drivers as you have one go way off track. And that will be Trevor Kelly. Let's go back, take a look. As he gets down here into the final corner, probably touched the grass a little bit and then looped it around into the gravel trap, but entered back on the road just perfectly fine. As we now see Will Byers getting a little bit loose there, coming out of the final S portion to come onto the back straightaway. So that was a big moment for him as he launches off the curbing in the bus stop, and that cost him to go off track, and he'll have to slow down a little bit here to give back some time, which he does successfully with no harm, no foul onto that. As we catch back up here once again with Tyler Campbell, he's continuing to pick off all these guys, and as of right now, there's only one other car on the lead lap, and that's going to be Will Byers, who is just maybe 4 seconds or less in front of him. Again, I'm not really like too fond of showing this to you because of, for some reason, of what it's doing. But just to give you guys a general idea, that is first and second right there on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. That is right there the difference. And don't forget Tyler Campbell, he still has to make at least one more pit stop before this race is over. And let's come back here. It looks like Trevor Kelly in that 36 had some issues coming out of the carousel. Try to get into the gas just a little bit, saw it wobble as he backs it down, and he stops it just in time before he hits the inside wall. A lot of these drivers having issues, as you see Tyler Campbell coming in, and more than maybe like 98% of the spins that we saw today have not resulted in damage. So a lot of these drivers able to keep it all off the wall, so that really works out. As we go ahead and take a look here, as we see Tyler Campbell in the pits, and Will Byers, he's going through the carousel right now. And so this right here is going to be the difference. And this here has also allowed Carter Smith, let's go ahead and throw him up here as well, who is your third place driver, as he's coming out of the S's and your race leader is coming into the S's. So this right, as you see right here, they continue to march around this track. And it looks like Tyler Campbell, he's slowly catching on. He's slowly catching that third place car of Carter Smith in that number 78 machine, which is sporting the number 2 Miller Lite machine. And that gap keeps getting smaller and smaller. We have 5 laps to go here at Watkins Glen International. Again, Tyler Campbell is your current race leader. He has put on a dominant performance here. I believe he has led all the laps. If not, he's only led, according to my time sheet here, he's led 46. Oh, yep, so it did finally update. So he has led every single lap so far this race. And as long as he keeps doing what he's doing, he will be able to bring this race home. Absolute beautiful driving today by Tyler Campbell, as he's starting to make his way around the 27 machine of Freddie Donaway, coming up here through the S's. Ladies and gentlemen, what a phenomenal run. Will Byers keeping the gap just within 25 seconds, as it looks like Trevor Kelly has issues here once again. Let's come back here, take a look as he comes down towards the bus stop. Heavy into the brake, up on the curb, and he just loops it, keeps it off the wall, and he will pull that machine away. And coming into the carousel, he gets on the gas, and he will just loop it right there. Tyler Campbell and Carter Smith are both coming down pit road. I guess they just did not put enough fuel in for the remaining 3 laps, but they're going to go ahead and top off right here. But this here should be a quick in and out, and that will put Will Byers out front now in that number 53 Culver's Ford Mustang. Can Will Byers save enough fuel? That's a good question. Did he come down late enough to have enough fuel to get to the end, or did he not, or will he have to come back in for that final pit stop? That is the ultimate question here, ladies and gentlemen, as we bring up your first first and second place people here today. It's currently Will Byers out front with 2 laps to go, as Dustin Harding goes extremely wide. Oh, I'm sorry, that was the 6th car of Kyle Davidson going extremely wide. Carter Smith in 78 has lost that 3rd spot to Albert Reinhardt. So that's going to move Carter Smith into the 4th spot. Tyler Campbell 13 seconds back, as you see Will Byers coming through the bus stop here once more. But will he have enough fuel to get to the end of this race? And that right now, ultimately, ladies and gentlemen, is the absolute question. Let's take a look at your top pit stop times. As you see, Campbell has had to make that, extra pit stop, and that may have hurt him, as we get the white flag this time for Will Byers. 12 seconds back to second place. I don't think he is going to have enough time, as your second place of Tyler Campbell is just now going through turn one, and Will Byers is coming up through the S's for the final time to come down the back straightaway. What a turn of events in the final 3 laps of this race here at Watkins Glen. Tyler Campbell was going to be short. He had to come in, and same with Carter Smith. He had to come in, and both drivers lost 1 spot as Will Byers took over your race lead, and Albert Reinhardt slipped up into that 3rd spot as he comes down this short chute one more time. Will Byers heads down into turn number 6. He will go wide turn number 7, and I think he may be stuttering here, ladies and gentlemen. Checkered flag is out. Round number 4 race winner Will Byers in that number 53 Culver's Ford Mustang. Tyler Campbell coming out of turn number 7, and he will come home second, as we still have plenty of time before Albert Reinhardt will come into the to the start finish line here. But ladies and gentlemen, Will Byers led only 2 laps, and one of those laps was the lap that counted the most. Ladies and gentlemen, Will Byers, your race winner in round number 4. And here comes Albert Reinhardt in that number 25 Red Bull Toyota, coming out of the final corner here to bring it home 3rd. And heartbreak for Carter Smith in that number 78/2 car Miller Lite Ford. He will bring it home 4th, and we did have one issue here on the final lap from Dustin Harding. Let's take a look here as they dove down here into the final corner to get the white flag. He just gave a little too much gas, looped it around. Again, he did not hit anything. Ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible race. What an incredible story that transpired here in the final laps. I kind of slacked here. Give me just a moment here, ladies and gentlemen, and I will jump here into the booth. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and give it up for Will Byers in that number 53 machine. Let me see. Oh, who do we got? Who do we got? I believe okay, so it's Alan Reinhardt. Sorry. I forgot to make that change. Let me go ahead and get our 3rd place driver in here. Alan Reinhardt, do you got a copy, sir?
Yes, sir, I do.
Alan, what an incredible race for you, having that big impact right about halfway through the race, and then coming back to ultimately come back to 3rd. How did you feel? How did the car feel? And how much of a struggle was the race for you?
Um, After that, about that first stint, I felt really good. Felt like I got into a good groove and thought, maybe I had a top 3 car. And then, yeah, obviously had that incident. And after that, I didn't really know, if I was going to be able to get back up there or not. I actually ended up taking no tires and just gas in that last stop and tried to save a bit before that, to see if I could, pick up some ground. And then, of course, it seemed like the other guy ran out of fuel, and then I actually started sputtering across the line, so I had to save big time there that last lap. But yeah, no tires and saving just a little bit of gas got me back up to third place.
Yeah, that was a really big turn of events, not only for yourself, but for Will Byers as well, with Tyler Campbell and Carter both having to pit there with 3 to go, I believe it was. So I'm sure you are happy with the way things went today. Is there anybody that you would like to thank before I let you go today?
I'll thank my older brother Boyd and my younger brother Landis.
Awesome, awesome. Alrighty, I will go ahead and let you go, ladies and gentlemen. Alan Reinhardt, your third place finisher here at Watkins Glen. Let me see if Tyler is down here. Is Tyler Campbell down here?
No,
Yeah,
he's
he's not.
not.
No, he took off.
Oh my gosh. Alrighty. Well, Will, I'll go ahead and pull you up into the booth if that's all right.
Sounds good, yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your race winner, Will Byers. So, Will, talk to me. How was how was the race for you, and did things turn out the way you were expecting them to?
Yeah, race went great. Did some good practice beforehand, felt good, didn't really make many mistakes. Went into it, going into the race, heard that we were gonna have a road course ringer, who's kind of an open wheel guy, so I knew he was gonna be good, but didn't think he was gonna be that fast. I kind of started matching his pace towards the end of the race, but it was just kind of too little, too late. And actually, um, I feel like that was a really undeserved win. He didn't run out of fuel. He pit because he wanted to see if we could have a last lap battle, and entering the pits, he got a speeding penalty. So
Oh man.
yeah,
Oh, that's that is definitely so unfortunate there. Um, so wow, just so ultimately that's what was going on. Was he just he wanted a good last lap battle for you with you, and I think that's pretty cool from Tyler, and that's very unfortunate that that happened, but mistakes are made, and at the end of the day you bring it home, I believe, for 2 in a row now.
that's 4 in a row
It's 4 in a
actually.
row. Yeah, that's right.
4 in a row.
You've won every race so far this season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
keep the
that's
streak
right.
going.
Heck yeah, man. Well, awesome performance today. But before I do let you go and ask you who you would like to thank, how did the car feel overall? I know that a lot of people were having issues in the braking zones. Um, how did your car feel for you, and were you happy with it?
Yeah, my car was fine. I didn't really have any problems with the rears. As long as you didn't slide them too much, they didn't really wear all that much. I think the lowest they ever got down to was like 94%, so they felt pretty good.
Okay, I got you. I got you. And before I do let you go today, is there anybody that you would like to thank?
Just everyone back at Eclipse, just making fast race cars.
Beautiful. Alrighty. Congratulations on your fourth consecutive win. We look forward to seeing you next week when we head to Nashville Speedway, and we will see you then.
Awesome. See ya.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and take a look now at your final results for the race today. It will be the one and only Will Byers who will come in first place, and he will take away another 4 in a row, which is an absolute phenomenal start to this race season. Coming home second is going to be the ringer Tyler Campbell for All Sport Racing. Unfortunately, as you guys heard, he just wanted a good last lap battle there, and unfortunately it did bite him, which does happen from time to time. So unfortunately that did happen. Um, Albert Reinhardt, he was able to sneak in. in front of Carter Smith, who fell back to fourth because he was running out of fuel. Kyle Davidson, David Gilds, Tyler Kelly, Freddie Donaway, Dustin Harding, and Jacob Walker will round out your top 10. Joe Uznikas will finish in 11th. Scott Milner will finish up 12th, and Richard Walls will round out your field here today. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you guys so much for joining us right here on the iCast Racing Network, which is powered by iRacing, and we look forward to seeing you next week, same time, same place, live from Nashville Speedway, when these cars take to that awesome, fun short track. And until then, ladies and gentlemen, you do know how it goes. I wish everybody a happy time zones, and we will see you all next week live right here on the iCast Racing Network from Nashville. Happy time zones.
This has been a production of the iCast Racing Network powered by iRacing. Thank you for your continued support. Don't forget to like and subscribe for notifications for all of our live events right here on YouTube and Twitch. We would like to thank SDK Gaming for their production overlays that makes this event enjoyable. Until next time, happy time zones.